Are you ready? Oh, that's loud. There we go. All right, let's get
into it. Welcome to the inaugural live stream. Now, so the idea with this is we're just gonna chat. We're gonna talk a little bit about shoes today because I was looking on the Adidas website yesterday. I guess it was yesterday, but I was looking on there and it seems that they've released a new edition of the Sl20. Now, Adidas hasn't put anything out. Like, they haven't put anything on social media. I haven't noticed anything. No one's really talking about it. But it seems that they released an update to the Sl20. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and have a little bit of fun. Ask me any questions you want, because I've been doing this for a little bit now, and I realized that I haven't done any like question and answers or anything like that. No one really knows a whole lot about me. So put your questions in the chat there and I'll answer anything you want to know. But first, good evening. Welcome to the inaugural live stream. You are the founding fathers and mothers of the live stream. So that's pretty cool. I'm just having a little bit of peppermint tea and relaxing. What are you guys up to tonight? Oh, this looks a little funny. Let me get this fixed up here. Ooh, didn't even see. All right. So I have it up on my my other screen here, and it seems that it's delayed a bit. So keep that in mind. If you ask any questions, I'll try to keep up as much as possible, but it might be a little bit delayed. All right. So I think why not? Let's just get right into it. You're just drinking wine tonight? That's not a bad thing to do. Having a little bit of wine and chilling out on a Saturday evening, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know what? It's been about, I guess, August? So it's, oh my God, like 4 months since I last drank. It's been a long while. What is that I'm drinking? I'm drinking some peppermint tea, you know? It looks a little bit fancier than it is, but it's just some peppermint tea for the stomach and to relax. All right, what kind of wine are you drinking? I'm more of like a sweet wine person, so I like having my Moscatos and that type of stuff. I don't really like having that bitter stuff. It's just not my style, you know? It's just not my style. So, let's just talk about the Sl20. Actually, before we do that, so I'm trying to figure out what shoe I want to review next. And I think it's going to be the Gel Nimbus Light number 2 by Asics. But the issue is, guys, it's 200 Canadian dollars. Riesling. Honest to goodness, I don't know if I've ever tried a Riesling. So is that a sweet wine or what? Oh, let me switch the screen here. So I'm looking at the Gel Nimbus Light here. So yeah, so this might be the next shoe that I review. But I have a couple of shoes still that I'm trying to get up to that full review 50 mile mark. So I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna do that or not. $200 is a lot, but will it be worth? See, that's the thing. I'm not sure. I don't actually have any experience with Asics shoes. Now, Asics and New Balance are the two brands that I'm gonna try in 2021 because I haven't tried them since up to this point. They just kind of slip my mind. I forget about them, and I go towards my like Hoka and Iones and Adidas and all that stuff. Like Asics and New Balance, I've been neglecting. I've been sleeping on them, and I don't want to sleep on them any longer. So I think we might have to get this. And look at this color. This color looks amazing. So you'll see me look over here quite a bit, and that's because I have my like, it's called Streamlabs OBS, the streaming software that I have. It's over on the screen over here. But yeah, so just look at the color. It's absolutely fantastic. But like you said, $200 is a lot, and as someone that has to buy all their own shoes for their shoe reviews, I gotta kind of be picky and choosy where I put my money. So I think React is awesome. Like Nike React foam. How's it going, Edgar? Nice to see you, man. I have tried the React Infinity Run, and it didn't 100% work for me, but I want to try. I think they're going to put out a Infinity React number 2 sometime next year, so that's definitely going to be on the list to try. But yeah, the Gel Nimbus Light is definitely up on the list to be tested next. Does anyone else have any other suggestions? What other shoes would you like to see reviewed on the channel? Leave some comments there, and I'll try to pick that way. So yeah, so this is the main attraction for tonight. This is the updated Sl20. But before we get into that, I want to make sure that is the audio and music too loud, or is it sounding good so far? Let me know. My girlfriend just came and shut the door. I'm a little bit too loud. So yeah, so the Sl20. A fan favorite. I have it. I have it right here. This is my Summer Ready edition. Haven't put too many miles into this shoe. Sounds good? Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, this is my Sl20. I probably only put about 20 miles into it. And you know what? Wasn't blown away. I wasn't like one of the big fanboys, because this shoe is like a cult classic with runners. Women's walking shoe. You know what? That might be a funny video concept. A women's walking shoe video. Maybe I'll have to recruit maybe my mom or my girlfriend or someone else to come on the channel and review some women's walking shoes. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, so the Sl20, if you follow running shoes, you know that the Sl20 is like this classic fan favorite. It's been discounted down to like $30 sometimes at Ross, and it's a mystery of a shoe. And then Adidas comes out and releases a update to it, but they didn't put anything on social media. No one's really talking about this update. But when I went on here last night, it was there, and it's completely different to this one right here. So you can see that they've kind of changed the midsole geometry a bit. They changed the outsole pattern as well. They got rid of the torsion plate. So this thing right here, honest to God, I'm not 100% sure what it's meant to do. I would assume the torsion plate in the initial Sl20 was to provide a little bit more stability. Best arch support for women's walking shoes? Well, you know what? I have a shoe. I don't know if I have it in here. Oh, I do. Just one sec. This shoe right here is called the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 21. This is one of the most bulky stability shoes that I've ever put on my feet. I have wanted to return this shoe, but I'm past the return period because it's just such a built-up stability shoe. It doesn't work for me, so I wanted to return it, but they wouldn't let me. So anyway, so if you do need a bunch of arch support, maybe look towards like the Brooks Adrenaline lineup. Something like that is really, really useful if you have like really flat feet. I don't know, whatever works for you, right? Like I was told for years and years and years that I need to have a built-up stability shoe. Wore them, I kept getting niggles and like my knees kept like feeling sore and stuff, and then I switched over to these more max cushion neutral shoes, and I found that they worked a little bit better for me. So you got to try some shoes for your own self and figure out what works best for you. But anyway, back to the Sl20. So they changed the outsole pattern here. They got rid of the torsion plate. Oh, where did my Sl20 go? What else did they change? I think they also changed they changed some of the upper too, actually. If you look at that, yeah, like right through here, they kind of changed the curvature of the heel thing too, or the heel cup. So I'm not sure. Now there's this shoe's on the market now too, and do I want to review that? Didn't have so much luck in here, but if you guys want to see a review of the new Sl20, just pop it in the comments there, and I may do it. But yeah, so let's take a look at the stats here, because this was a pretty light shoe in hand. Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit curvier, for sure. Like, so let's look on their website. So this is the initial Sl20, the one that I have right here. And you can see that it's kind of like more just straight, but I didn't, the only reason that I could see why they changed the curvature of the heel, the heel cup, is because you'd want a better lockdown. But honestly, the lockdown of this I didn't find bad. What really bugged me about the Sl20 for me is that I bought a 10.5, and I really should have gone up that half a size up to the 11, because my feet, or my toes, were just so snug in here. When I was running along, they'd almost go numb, honestly. It's just like, well, it's not fun at all. So I should have probably gone up half the size. So if I do end up getting this new edition, we have to go get that size 11. I don't think I've worn a size 11 shoe in my life. So yeah, so let's take a look at the stats here. So it's coming in at that 8.8 ounces for a size 9, so it's not too heavy. But actually, I think that did gain a little bit of weight from the initial SL20. The midsole drop 9.5 millimeters. They lowered the stack height actually. So this SL20, I think actually, the SL20, this version is a 10 millimeter drop, 24 in the heel, 14 in the forefoot. This one's 21.5 in the heel, 12 in the forefoot. So a little bit lower. I don't know what that was. Oh, DCFDE14. Thank you so much for the subscribe, man. Hey, John, how's it going, man? Good evening from the Central Zone. How's it going? We're just talking about the SL20 here. They snuck in a new update to it, which is, and it's looking, oh god, guys, I don't know. Like, do I really want to go ahead and try a shoe that didn't really work for me again? I don't know. What do you guys think about this update? Would you buy, if you tried the SL20, would you buy an updated version, or would you just buy these discounted SL20s for 112 Canadian dollars? Keep in mind, these prices are in Canadian, so 112 Canadian or 160 for the new edition. Would you go for that older one, or would you go for the most up-to-date, the creme de la creme, the best technology? Maybe. I guess that's the hope. With each iteration, they get a bit better, but as we know, sometimes shoe companies destroy their shoes between iterations, but that's beside the point. I gotta change this song. This is a little bit too upbeat for me right now. We're having a chill night. It's like 10 o'clock at night. You're a bit cheap, so probably the cheaper one. Hey, you gotta pinch those pennies. You gotta save up. I'm intrigued by the SL20, but haven't tried it. I'll wait for even first discounted version one. You know what? I've seen them like on Amazon. I got this one for 82 Canadian on Amazon, so it was super cheap. So this was the summer ready version, and I picked it up in like the middle of July. So you could it's definitely gonna go down again. Like this shoe's actually, if you look at so for us in Nova Scotia, I guess Winners or what's that other, Marshalls. So if you ever come up to the Central Zone, Marshalls, I'm not sure if they have it down in the South Shore or not, but they might be a good place to look for discounts, SL20s as well. But I guess right now it's kind of ill-advised to go shop around in those places sometimes. But yeah, so 82 is a great deal. There's not many shoes you can get for $82, 82 Canadian dollars. Like, so I was just, before you showed up, I'm not sure if you were here or not, I was thinking about getting the Gel Nimbus Light number 2 for the next shoe to test out for the channel, and that's $200. You can get 2.5 SL20s at $82 for the price of this. It's insane. But you know what? One thing I will say is this new color, I like it a lot. I'm actually really hoping that they put out that colorway in the Adios Pro. The Adios Pro is a shoe that I've wanted to try. Again, I have a bag full of carbon fiber plated shoes here, and I'm not very fast to begin with. So do I need another one? In the USA, SL20 for $35. Oh my god, that is insane. I've been seeing so many pictures of people posting on Twitter and Instagram of like getting crazy deals at Ross, I think it's called. That's amazing. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. This is the first live stream, so I'm just getting in the groove of things, but I really appreciate you all taking the time to tune in. Nimbus looks cool, but $200 is steep. It's really steep, especially when you can get this beauty right here for $200. Oh, the green screen's kind of messing with it, but the Endorphin Speed is also 200 Canadian dollars. So that's kind of like the benchmark for me now. Like when I'm trying to spend $200 on a shoe, my mind automatically goes to, but is it as good as the Endorphin Speed? More often than not, it's a big no. I'm working on the full review for this right now, and like I'm trying to find something bad to say about it, and guys, there's not much bad to say about the Endorphin Speed. I really want to buy a second pair, but do I need it? That's the thing. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm sold on the second edition, but I just wanted to kind of raise some awareness to it because like no one's talking about it on social media that there's a new SL20 version, at least that I've seen. No one's really speaking about that there's a new SL20 update. I'm gonna get the speed for Christmas. Yes, it's gonna be so nice, Leonis. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. What color are you getting? Are you getting the traditional colorway, or are you gonna get? They've come up with some funky colorways for that as well. Actually, how do I? Just one sec here, guys. I'm gonna go back to this screen for 1 sec as I look for this picture here. Endorphin speed. Oh yes, this colorway. Oh my goodness. You know what? Saucony's colorways have been. Oh, the mutant. Yes, this one right here. Mutant white. Okay. Both of these look fantastic, I will say. Editor's choice. You know, for those of you that have tried the Endorphin Speed, are you as overwhelmed by how good it is as me? Like, it's just, it feels fantastic. So I've been thinking a lot about if I were to run a marathon, which shoe would I run in? And automatically I default to the Next Percent. But more and more I'm thinking the Endorphin Speed might work better for me because I'm not strong. Like, I'm not a super strong, I'm not a super fast runner, so that nylon plate works a little bit better for me compared to that full carbon plate. But I can't wait for you to try the Speed. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a magical shoe. I went for a run in it last night. I was feeling kind of bleh. As soon as I put that shoe on, I was going so much faster than I definitely thought I could put out. I bought myself 2 cheap pairs of shoes on early Xmas present. Brooks Rebel 2 for $52. Reebok Energy Float Ride for $77. The Reebok Float Ride is a shoe that I really want to try. I really want to hear how you get along with that because Reebok shoes, I don't know why, but they are also another brand that their shoes get extremely discounted. It's amazing. So the Reebok is another brand I've been sleeping on. Reebok, Asics, New Balance, and Skechers are the 4 brands that I keep sleeping on. Gotta get that. Yeah, me too. I heard so much about it. It's a legend on. It is a legend on YouTube, just like the SL20 is a legend. Like, yeah, I don't know. Have you guys ever watched the movie The Room? It's like, it's a terrible movie, but it's like a huge cult classic, and it kind of reminds me of the SL20. But the SL20's, for most people, is actually kind of good. Like I said, for me, just didn't really work out. We're gonna change this song again. Oh, the note. A big note for that song, guys. Yeah, so I think Saucony could have charged a lot more for the Endorphin Speed. It's such a good shoe. The Room is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. If you guys haven't checked it out, I mean, it definitely takes a certain type of humor, but it is the most ridiculous movie you will ever watch. It's ridiculous. I can't even begin to explain it, how ridiculous it is. So yeah, so there's obviously a new SL20. You want the Speed? I highly recommend getting the Speed if you can find it. So for example, they barely have any sizes left here on the Saucony Canada website. The only place that in Halifax, so I bought it at a place called Aerobics First here in Halifax. And they're the only place that I can really find any. Like, they carry most of the carbon fiber plated shoes here in Halifax. There's not really other run specialty stores that do. The Running Room, you can buy them online, but none that you can actually go in and try them on, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the SL20, but I definitely. So, if you guys had to choose, what shoe would you guys rather see on the channel? The Gel Nimbus 2, Light 2, or the SL20 version 2? I'll leave it completely at your will. Let me know. What are you more interested in? The Gel Nimbus Light 2 hasn't had a whole lot of coverage yet. I know that Run Like Heller and Seth James Demore, they put out the reviews on it so far. But I'm so shocked. I've seen the speed discount around 25%. Might be a revision coming soon. Oh my goodness. You know what? So I'm not sure what I'd want them to change in the next revision. One thing that I have noticed, this isn't a big deal, but whenever I am doing a warm-up for the endorphin speed, I do like, I don't even know what you call them, when I stretch out my calves. And when I'm stretching out my calves, you can kind of sometimes hear a squeaking coming from the shoe. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's not a big deal. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do for a revision, though, because it's like such a great shoe already. Nimbus Light 2 sounds exciting. It does sound very exciting. And it looks exciting, too. But you know what? So this is the men's colorway. Look at the women's. I personally like the women's a lot more. Like, just look at that purple. But as you can probably tell from the hoodie and all the crazy lights and stuff I put in the videos, I like weird colors. But yeah, I think the Nimbus Light would be a pretty exciting shoe to try on the channel. And I haven't tried ASICs, so I got to give them a little bit of love. There's so many shoes. So many shoes and not enough money. That's the... Not enough miles to put in the legs either. That's another downside. I'm going to keep on changing until we find a decent song, guys. Because we're just going to change back to the... So I'm using... because of copyright and all that stuff, I use Epidemic Sound. So it's... I don't know many of the songs, so I just put a playlist on. Hey, Jared, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Endorphin Speed. You enjoy using them for all run types? I do too. So last night I went for like, I think I was at 5 minute 50 second per kilometer. Super easy. And I wore the Endorphin Speed. It feels fantastic. Speed on slow runs? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I personally, like, I'm not a super fast runner, and like, it feels absolutely fantastic for me. The Nimbus looks cool. I've paired Nimbus 21. It's recovered easy day shoes, and I love them. Well, that's encouraging to know. Like, so I called the run specialty store in my area the other night because I wanted to see if they had them in stock. And I said, hey, do you have the Nimbus Light 2? And the guy's like, you mean the Nimbus 22? No, the Nimbus Light 2. And he didn't even know what shoe I was talking about. So I guess it's not that popular around here, unfortunately. So I'll have to order online, which is fine. But yeah, the Endorphin Speed is absolutely fantastic on any type of runs. I think the slowest I've taken it down to, actually, I may have even done like a super easy run at like 6 minute 30 second per kilometer pace. Like, just barely moving. It was good. And I think, honestly, the Nimbus Light 2 would be a little bit more durable, I think, compared to the SL20. Just looking at it, who knows, though. Well, I'll probably order that tonight. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the SL20 coverage. Unless there's anything else you guys want to investigate with me for the SL20, we'll move on to like the just pure question and answer stuff. My first run in the speed was a 5K, and I ran my runs. Ran 3 minutes faster 5K times. She's made me run faster than I was prepared for. That's how I feel as well. 100% feel the same way, Jared. Like, it makes running feel effortless. Or at least, definitely helps you, for sure. You want a pair of Nova Blast? The Nova Blast, actually, they're on sale at Sport Check right now. I'm not sure if they'd have your size, but I think they were on for $140, down from $199. So give them a check on sportcheck.ca. Max cushion is a trend these days. I'd see more minimalism. Max cushion is a huge trend. Like, I don't know. I think the SL20 might be the lowest stack shoe I have, but majority of them are over 30 millimeter in the heel. Yeah, so I have 12 pairs of shoes right now, and I think only one have lower than a 30 millimeter stack height in the heel. That's crazy. It does. So from what if I would have gotten the proper size, I think I would have really enjoyed it. Because like from what I've been gathering from like folks like Kafuzi and all those other YouTubers, is that it's like a really solid daily trainer that you can go fast in. And I actually saw a guy yesterday on Instagram. He ran a full marathon in it. Yeah, I checked there and saw that, but thanks. Out of your size? Ah, that sucks. They were out of my size too. I was gonna get them. They were out of 10.5. They have a pair at the Sport Check here in Halifax, but it's for 200 bucks, so I can't swing that. Not for that shoe right now. Although that's another shoe that's just I've heard such great things about. I'm trying to plan out my video for like top 5 shoes of the year, like classic YouTube video, you know. And it's really hard to pick the top 5 right now, honestly. I do have a video planned out for the shoes that I regret not buying, and the Nova Blast is actually on that list. I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. I don't know if I have my script here. I don't. But yeah, I think my shoes that I might have it down here. No, I don't. But yeah, so like the Nova Blast was on there for sure. Ed Bud on YouTube is a big SL20 proponent. I love Ed Bud. He's awesome. Yeah, so Ed Bud and Kafuzi, they both were loving the SL20. Did they do a dual 100-mile review for the SL20? I know they did one for the Nova Blast. He's not vegan anymore? What you mean? They had it. They didn't bite in time. Ah, that sucks. That sucks, man. Let's see here. So, what was another shoe that I saw that was... Oh, have you guys seen the Saucony Endorphin Trail? Fodrunner loves the Nova Blast? Yes, he does. Endorphin. I definitely have seen the Endorphin Trail somewhere. I forget where I saw it. Maybe on Instagram. But yeah, so they're coming out with a trail version of the Endorphin line. Yeah, I really like Fodrunner. Poor guy. Have you seen what's been going on with his finger? That's a terrible situation to be in. Poor guy was going to crush the 10K, and then he just tried to be a good guy by going and helping out, and damn, that sucks. So I saw the Endorphin Trail on Ed Bud running news, but I personally can't find online. Me neither, Jared. I haven't been able to I think it's slated to be released in June, and my birthday is in June, so I may have to ask the girlfriend for a little birthday present of the Endorphin Trail. I think that's only fair. So kind of related to the Fodrunner slicing his tendons. This is kind of a gross story back when I was a younger kid. So I was running around my mom's basement, and I tripped over this sheet metal onto a piece of wood, and that piece of wood impaled into my leg, and I had to go to the hospital. It was gross. That Fodrunner story always reminds me of that. Vomero 15 looks off. Yes, I have seen pictures of the Vomero 15. It has the... Yes, look at that. It has Zubex in the heel. Look at that, guys. So air zoom, I wonder what the air pockets are like. That'll be in... So this is kind of immediately what I think of when I see this. Is almost like the opposite of the Tempo Next Percent. Because in the Tempo Next Percent, they have that Zumex in the forefoot and then the React in the heel. But for the Vomero 15, they decided to switch it around, which might be good for a lot of people, right? The Vomero, when is this meant to be released? I wonder... That is a cool... It does look like a cool shoe, doesn't it? I think it looks fantastic. But you know what, guys? The Nike Daily Trainers, they don't typically do me well. Like, the only Nike shoe that I truly enjoy right now, and I'm sure you guys know what shoe I'm about to pull out. of my big bag of shoes down here. There's the winner. It's not going to show up because of the green screen, but you know, the Nike Next Percent is the only Nike shoe that has actually really worked for me in the longest time. So I did like the React Infinity Runner at first, but it just ended up not working for me. Big fan of the Peregrine 10, but would really like to see what the Endorphin Trail would be like. Yeah, the Peregrine, I want to get a kind of like a winterproof shoe because like it's really wet around here. So I was looking at the Peregrine 10 GTX or whatever they call their Gore-Tex version, but they're coming up with they just released the Peregrine 11, so that might be something to look at too. I've never run a Nike. Yeah, Nike. Like I said, their normal shoes just don't really work for me. Nike is mainstream. We runners, we like to run in like the Asics, the Brooks, this type of brands that if you talk to someone on the street, they may not really know what you're talking about. I get it, 100%. Your fave trail shoes that's talking about over here. I have seen you run in that in your videos, actually, yes. Beautiful shoe, great technical stuff, and pretty light with a 4mm drop. They had the Saucony Mad River TR on sale for like 70 something bucks at Atmosphere. And I was gonna pick it up, but they didn't have my size again. They're always doing me dirty with the sizing. They also have Peregrine 10 Ice. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. I think Seth is testing out that shoe right now, if I'm not mistaken. Because, yeah, like I went for a run the other day in the Triumph 18, and it was just mildly raining, like nothing crazy. And at the end of the run, my feet were like insanely wet and drenched. Hurricane 23, any news? Let's take a peek. The Hurricane is another shoe that I haven't tried, but it's, from what I understand, the Hurricane is the like new, stability version of the Triumph, right? But I'm sure it's gonna be coming out soon there, Ivan, because like it's the 22's on sale right now. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, Ivan. I hope you're doing well tonight. I think they're on Sport Check for 59 bucks. I think I'm buying a second pair. I don't blame you. If it works, it works. Stock up on it. That's kind of what I'm feeling with the Endorphin Speed, right? Like I should probably just buy. And if you're in Canada, check out the Saucony website. They have a discount code savings. I'll put it in the chat. If I can find the chat. I don't know. I don't even know how to type in the chat, but the discount code savings will give you 25% off on the Saucony website. I bought the Triumph 18 when it was first released using that discount code. It was perfect. But yeah, I'm not sure about the Hurricane 23, Ivan. But that's an interesting concept, a stability version of the Triumph. That would be fun to try. Another thing, so on the same line of the Triumph, I've been having a little bit of foot pain. So my mileage has been relatively low over the last couple weeks. And I think it might kind of be due to the Triumph, actually. I have to do a bit more testing in that shoe. Because I started running more, and I picked up the Clifton 7 again and the Endorphin Speed, and I'm not getting that same foot pain in either of those shoes. Put on the Triumph, and yes, it hurts, so I don't know. That deal's over. They're over $100 again. That sucks. I think they're 139 regular, 139 Canadian. For all my friends in the United States and over in Europe, when I say the price of the shoes, if I don't clarify, they're probably like, "Oh my God, this guy's getting ripped off." Because could you imagine $200 US for the Endorphin Speed? Never. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a different song here. You know what, guys? Let's get in. Oh my goodness gracious! I gotta figure out some of a good playlist for these live streams. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. I'm liking these live streams. Maybe we'll have to do them frequently. I'll get a little bit better of a plan for the next one, so we're not just sitting here in silence sometimes. The Hurricane is an interesting shoe. Maybe I'll pick it up on sale and try it out. Because I am looking for a stability shoe, but I don't know if you guys were here when the stream first started, but I have the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 21, and that shoe's just really not working for me. I find it a little bit too bulky, a little bit too much stability, kind of hurting my feet a bit and knees, and so I want something with a little bit lighter stability. I was looking at the Gel Cayano Light, but that's 220 Canadian dollars. Like, that's insane. I don't know how I can do that. Yeah. Time is it? 20 after. Oh, we've been going for 37 minutes. Oh, mama. That is insane. Well, maybe. Yeah, so I think for the next shoe, guys, the Gel Nimbus Light 2 will be the next one I review. Now that I think about it a bit more, the Sl20 version 2 does seem pretty cool, but I just love the look of the Gel Nimbus Light 2 too much. I gotta go with that one. I love my Triumph 18, and I have 17, but I do need a stability shoe. 207 pounds, and yeah, I need the cushion. Yeah, the cushion is definitely useful. I remember when I was a little bit, well, a lot bigger, having that little bit of extra cushion was clutch. Like when I first started running, for those of you that don't know a little bit of my backstory, I first started running when I was like 300 pounds, just to kind of lose the weight. And then as time progressed, I just became a running addict. And now I have a YouTube channel all about running. So it's funny how life works. Check on podiatrist for your feet someday. Get some custom foot soles. I'm getting some next week and can't wait. That would actually be fantastic. I think so. I have all my insurance benefits roll over on January 4th. So maybe I should try to get that in the next couple weeks before that rolls over. That's a good idea. If we can get appointments, like we're into another lockdown here. Hey, thanks so much, Chris. Yeah, it's been a journey and a half for sure. Nice to see you. It can change a lot of your posture. Shoes are important, but soles are overlooked. Thank you for reminding me of my posture, because my posture is absolutely terrible. My back and stuff have been so sore lately. Since I started working at home, I have the least ergonomic setup as possible. I have like a $30 IKEA desk and this gaming chair that's supposed to be good, but it actually doesn't. It sucks. So my posture and stuff's been terrible, but the soles, that would be really interesting to try some custom soles. And I don't think I have a pair of shoes that doesn't have a removable insole, so that would be really, really cool to try. Have you have you tried them before? Or is this your first pair of custom insoles that you're getting? My girlfriend has what are they? Is it orthopedics? Like those crazy looking shoes? I don't know, but they look like crazy built up, ugly shoes. I'm a big believer in rotating shoes every run. I rotate my shoes every single run. So I used to, prior to 2019, I used to run in the same shoe. I can't deal with this song, actually. It's terrible. But I used to run in the same shoe each and every run, like day after day, like 10, 20 kilometers a day type deal. And like I kept getting injured, and I kind of chopped it up to that I didn't have the glute strength, is what my physiotherapist kept saying. But I think actually it was more so my shoes. And actually, so that shoe, funny enough, was the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 18. So those shoes used to be my go-to, and now I can't run in them at all. It's funny how I think also as I've done more running, my gait's changed. I've become stronger, so I don't need those big built-up stability shoes. First time getting them next week. Let me know how you get along with them. It'll be really cool. I wonder if it'll change how your your shoes feel? I'm sure it would, right? I always feel like, if you guys ever watch, what's it called? Blade Runner. This music always reminds me of Blade Runner. And this intro right here, this reminds me of Blade Runner. Love it. I don't know if any of you guys play video games, but there's a game coming up called Cyberpunk 2077. And it's all this type of like neon light looking stuff. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be awesome. I love the color schemes. But yeah, so I need to, maybe I will try those custom products. Agreed on the gate. You can improve this over time if you're deliberate about it. Absolutely. So, even over the last few months, I've been more conscious of trying to be more of a midfoot striker, just because like that's what everyone says is good. And I have noticed that running just feels a little bit easier, I guess. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm getting more fit, but it feels pretty good. Supposed to prevent getting injured, as I got a calf injury lately. Ah, that sucks. How's your calf feeling now? I used to get really bad runner's knee, and my calves, I think, they're notoriously tight. So I think they actually have caused a lot of the foot pain that I was talking about. So I got this, oh, I don't have it in the room with me, but I got a massage gun for a Black Friday sale. And oh my goodness, guys. Like, I thought they were like the biggest hooey gooey, wouldn't work and just a waste of money, but it works. I don't know if it's just like mentally I'm trying to like, it's a placebo, but it definitely, it feels like it's working. Getting in there and stretching up the calves. I've actually been using it a lot for warm-up. So I'll use the massage gun for a little bit, do some glute activation, gotta get that bum firing, and then I'll do like leg swings. And I've noticed that introducing the massage gun is actually a pretty good warm-up tool. Yeah, good job on the forefoot. Still string is brutal for the knees. Agree on the massage gun? Yes, the massage gun. So I got the Theragun Prime. So like the lowest end of the Theraguns. I think they have like a Theragun mini. Like, what is with this repeating song or repeating beats? But yeah, so I got like the lowest end Theragun, and you know what, guys? That's all. I don't know how you could want more. Like, that hurts so much. So much. Oh, I'm gonna pour some more. It's getting good, but I have to stop running for one more week. Ah, that sucks. Hopefully it's just one more week and then you can come back stronger, better. You'll get faster. It's gonna be fantastic, man. I am like, knock on wood, I haven't had any too crazy of an injury that I had to stop running. Haven't run for 3 weeks already. Oh my god. What have you been doing to keep sane? So when I can't run, I used to do triathlon. So I have an indoor bike trainer, so I go on Zwift and do some rides if I can't run. That's like my my mental activity when I can't do running. But like, even then, like sitting on an indoor trainer for hours on end, that can get a little mind numbing. Yeah. Let's see what else ASICS has on. Actually, for fun, let's see if that Saucony code will work for us. Saucony Canada. What distance have you run? I think I saw you did an Ironman. It's incredible. Yeah, so I've done a half Ironman. So 2 kilometer swim, 90K bike, 21.1K run. Yeah, I think I've done 3 of them. I did one in Calgary, one in Whistler, and one in Mont Tremblant. I've only done up to a half marathon. So my goal for next year is to get up to the full marathon. There's a race in Halifax here called the Blue Nose Marathon, and I'm gonna aim for that. But like in training runs, I'd go up to like 25, 30K in preparation for the half Ironmans. But I haven't gone the full length of the full yet. So I don't know if I don't think I've ever told this story. But I did a triathlon in Switzerland last year. It's called the ITU. Here, I'll grab this to show you. I keep this up on my wall to remind me what can happen if you don't prepare. So, I did the ITU World Triathlon Grand Final in Lausanne, Switzerland last year, but I DNF'd because I did not ever run without a wetsuit. And then that day, it was too warm for a wetsuit, so they had to call the swimmer's wetsuit illegal, so you couldn't wear a wetsuit. And it just so happened that on that day, it was on Lake Lausanne, or Lake Le Mans, I don't know what it's called, Lake Geneva. So it's surrounded by mountains, and like there must have been some wind coming off of the mountains, and it was creating insane swell. So lots of waves, and me being an extremely weak swimmer, kept on getting in water, and like I was in the middle of the lake. Oh God, I can just picture it. I was in the middle of the lake, kept on swallowing water, and had to stop yelling for the lifeguard to come and help. And the swim. So yeah, I'm swallowing water, called over to the lifeguard, and pulled out. That was awful. I do some workup, but I'm honestly with my Sandy. I'm under lockdown in Europe. Oh God, that sucks. We're kind of under lockdown here, so all restaurants. What else is closed? Restaurants and bars, I think, are the only thing closed, and stores have to operate at 25% capacity. So yeah, I just want to see if I can use that savings code again. I don't know, let's for fun. Let's just do size 11, blah, blah, blah. Check out. I don't know, can I just put in discount code? I can't just put it in. And I'll try that and update you guys in my next video here. If they have some discount codes for you. That'd be sweet. I really want to find the Endorphin Trail. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. But anyway, there's another trail shoe from Saucony coming out. Like I said, the Peregrine 11. Road Trail Run just did a review on it. Where did it go? Oh, if you guys get a chance, go check out Believe in the Run's review of the Convar 12. It was a big disappointment. They said it's not very good. We'll go to Road Trail Run's website. Road Trail Run. Go. I'm sure I saw it here. Oh, God. All reviews. Maybe I'm going crazy here, guys. Let's do a little find. Peregrine 11? Oh, yeah, I am going crazy, I guess. Maybe it didn't do his written review yet. That could be too. Road Trail Run's great. It's really hard mentally when you can't run. I agree. Yeah. And the code works even on the Endorphin line. Oh my God. See? That's insane. So you can get an Endorphin Speed if they have it in your size or anything like that for 25% off. That is amazing. Let's put on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't like this type of music. But let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. We'll get a. That's crazy. We had to sell in the USA on Saucony website, but no Endorphin. But the Endorphin line was excluded. Yeah, so that's typically what they do. Like Adidas, they don't have any promotion codes for their like the Audi Zero Pro and the Adios Pro. They don't allow you to use their discount codes for that. Peregrine 8, we don't want to look at that. But and also, so there's this website called Van Run Co. So I think it's Vancouver Run Company, and they have the Alpha Fly, and it doesn't and a discount code. But unfortunately, it didn't work on the Alpha Fly for me, so I didn't get it. It would be great to get another pair of speeds, but not at 160. I'm right there with you, Chris. So I really want to buy a second pair of Endorphin Speeds because mine are they're gonna get a lot of use in the next few months, and I'd really like to secure another pair, but I can't justify spending another $200 on them. But I think it was it Leonis earlier? Someone said earlier that they're coming out with potentially doing a new version of the Endorphin Speed. So definitely could look for some discounts coming up, which would be fantastic. Well, guys, we're coming up on an hour, so I think I'm going to call it for the first live stream, but I really, really appreciate you all taking the time to tune in. The plate definitely was a snap after 200 miles. So I have about 70 miles on mine now, and I have noticed that there's a little bit... Is it at 70? Yeah, I think it's getting close to that at least. And I have noticed that it's getting a little bit less responsive, but it's still fantastic. Still love every minute of it. The CACL puts the Pro at 146. Oh my god. That is insane. If anyone needs a carbon fiber plated shoe, let's see, do I have it right here? Yes, right here. The Endorphin Pro for $146. Oh, I don't like what the green screen does to it. It's fantastic. Dang, guys. All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. Go have a little bit of tea, relax, watch some Modern Family, and head to sleep. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a fantastic evening. And go get the Endorphin Pro for that $146. That's insane. All right, guys. I'll see you in the video. Video tomorrow is going to be the shoes I regret for 2020. Or regret not buying. It'll be a fun one. Best shoe of the year, Speed. Chris,